If you're still wholesaling like the old ways in 2025, I got bad news for you. You're going to be going out of business. Now, the wholesalers who make a change to the new ways are going to be the ones that are going to win. My name is Fidel. I've been in real estate for 3 years. I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in marketing, coaching, mentorships, you name it. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the best way to wholesale in 2025 and how we are getting a 20x return on ad spend with one simple marketing channel so that you can just copy me. I'm going to be going over our arbitrage ads method and how we are getting $100,000 per month by learning how to do our in-house Facebook ads. Okay. Now you're probably seeing Facebook ads, but I'm going to be sharing with you right now how we make it work and why you should do it in your business as well. Right. Now, the most important thing is we got to take control, right? So we are okay calling, texting, paying marketing agencies, but we never really actually control the engine that gives us the leads. We keep on paying them. It's overpriced. The quality is low. We're always chasing instead of attracting. But we never ever learn the skill of generating leads. And our business is always at risk. Now, why does it matter now? Well, the old ways are dying. We know that the call calling is getting less effective. The regulations are cracking down on the carriers. SMS is highly regulated as well. And the agency fees are rising, right? Cost of advertising keeps on rising. And then if you're relying on paper leads, you have the risk that the same company is reselling those leads to two, three, four, five different investors. And it's always the same story. When you call the seller, they're like, well, you called me. What's your offer? There's no motivation. There's no trust. There's no rapport built. Now, if we see kind of like the results that the call calling and texting and direct mail are getting you, I mean, you're probably what the amount of money that you spend with the agency and the budget, you're probably getting like a 3 to 4x at most. So I just think that we work way too hard to be okay with that. So the reason why I came up with this is because I got in a hole last year. So I had like around 20 properties listed on the market and I had no sales, right? So I didn't account my money properly. And then when the market slowed down due to the holidays, I was just in a weird position. And it just made me reflect back into our ROI, our numbers. And I just kept on thinking, okay, why am I okay getting this low return on ad spend? I want to be more profitable. I want to make more money. So I got the idea and I told myself, okay, well, I'm going to learn how to run my own ads. So the opportunity in here is that if you learn this skill, you can control the deal flow and you build a system that brings in motivated sellers 24/7 for a fraction than what you're paying right now. And then you're going to save money because you don't need as many people to follow up with these people because they're coming directly to you. And then once that you learn it, you'll never depend on anyone ever again. Now, how do we do our Facebook ads? I'm going to be breaking down our funnel. So, we do it with paid ads, right? So paid ad is one of the four ways that you can advertise. And, by paying Facebook, you get your ad in front of thousands of people. And then you can do it for a fraction of the price that you would have if you were to call, right? So if you know how to get leads, you will never go out of business. So the way that we get the attention from the sellers is we do top of funnel ads, right? So we do image ads and then we do video ads that are going to get the attention. Now, if you find this valuable at any point in the video, we teach our students how to control the lead engine and how to implement this in their business. So if at any point you think this is interesting, follow me on Instagram down below, send me a DM, and let's see if we can incorporate this into your business. But with that being said, we run good video ads that we have scripted, proven, and that we have edited already that works so that we can just plug them in into your ad account. But to make winning ads, you need four things, right? You need a good hook. You need a good ad copy that's going to stop the scrolling. You need to have a good headline. And then in the video itself, you need to have a call to action, right? You need to tell them what to do. Um, so, to make good creatives in the video itself or in the image ads, you have to call out your avatar, right? So if you live in Dallas, Texas, you need to call them out. Dallas, Texas homeowners. They got to be able to relate with you. Now, that's if you are doing a video ad, you got to look like your avatar. So you can't be marketing in Texas and talk like you're from New York, vice versa. But in your video, you got to offer a solution to their problem. You have to be able to relate with them, and then you got to frame your offer as the solution to their problems. And then you got to make it easy for them to take the next step. So we teach all of this inside our program. And you can read a really good book on leads, Alex Ramosey's $100 million leads, right? But basically, once you have these top of funnel ads, what we do is we will either do a landing page form or a lead form through Facebook. Um, and then what works very well for us is if we have a short video sales letter explaining to our prospect what we do, how we do about our process, and then the next steps moving forward. And we tell them exactly what to do if they want an offer from us. So in this video, I tell them exactly how to fill out this form and what to expect, right? So you want to lower their guard as much as possible so that you have, the highest chance of getting a deal done. Because if the people inquire on your page is they are motivated to sell, but the question is, who are they going to sell to? And the answer is they're going to sell to the person that cares the most and that they trust the most. So if they see you as a local authority, you're going to be getting more deals. Now, marketing is only one part of the whole equation. But if we can get great at marketing, I mean, the rest of the sales process should be easier as long as everybody is on the same page. Now, when you run this in-house, you have more connection with your sales team, you get more real-time feedback, and then you know what the messaging is, you know what your ads are, and then everybody's in alignment with the core offer and the core like advertising that you're doing. So when a lead comes in, you know exactly what video they saw and why they are reaching out, and you have that higher chance of building that trust and rapport, right? So once they fill their information, we'll get the lead. You need to have a CRM where to host your leads. We just go high level. We can notify it as soon as a lead comes in, and then our sales team, is going to call them within 5 minutes. Speed to lead is so important because if you don't call them past 5 minutes, statistics show that your chances of closing a deal drop by 80% if you don't call them in the first 5 minutes. So once they're opted in, we have a replicated sales process that anybody can copy and paste. But it's a 4-step sales process, right? One is the intro call. We want to find out what's going on and if we think we're going to be a good fit. Number two, if we are a good fit, we're going to set up an appointment with our closer, who is going to fact find a little bit more, and then qualify the prospect with some roadblocks, potential influencers, more or less what they're trying to do, where they add in the selling process, all that stuff. Now, after they do that, they frame up the offer call, right? In which we kind of go over their options, and then we give them the offer. If that offer don't work, we have other options that we could do to help them and how we can still get a deal done even if the cash offer is not accepted. And that's through doing the MLS pitch or innovations. So we're great at doing that. But all of our sales process is replicated. So the main thing that we look at when a lead comes in is we care the most about two things. One is urgency. So, hey, Mr. Seller, if we come to an agreement today, you're ready to sell the property, right? We want to know if they're ready to go right now. And then number two would be the motivation. Okay, people are either going to be running away from pain or running towards pleasure. So we want to know what is the motivation. Are they distressed or not distressed? Because someone who's not distressed, I mean, we already know they're probably not a good fit to work with us because we got to make some money. Unfortunately, we have to buy the house cheap. And then in real estate, nothing is guaranteed until a deal sells. So we got to be able to have it at a good price. So if they are distressed, we take them to the process. And then we set up the appointment that is teachable and replicated. So a lot of people get freaked out with sales. It's as important as marketing, but if you pair the two of them together, you're going to outshine anyone in your market. And then if you have that trustworthy feel, I mean, you're going to be running laps around everyone. Okay. But like I said, all of our scripts are pretty much very easy to follow. And then we give you kind of context as to why we ask what we ask. And then everything has a reason to be on here, right? So this is part of one of our scripts that we use. But if it's qualified and if everything works, I mean, we give the offer and then we put it under contract. But what was this able to do in our business? So, like I said, last year I was going to a cash crunch. I was spending all this money in marketing and just getting like a 3 to 5x. And I thought about quitting. But I kind of read this book and then I was like, well, I need to learn this. I need to learn the skill. It doesn't seem as hard. And I'm tired of paying people 2, 3, 4 grand per month just to run my stuff. So these are the results. So month one, I spent $3,800 on Facebook, and then I collected over $50,000 in cash. And their cost per contract was around 1,200. Now, for context, last year my cost per contract was around $5,000. So I was able to drop it by 70%, right? So even if I spend the same amount of money this year, I'm going to at least double the revenue by not spending more. And remember, in wholesale, the only thing that matters is the bottom line. So don't be caught in all this vanity metrics chasing revenue when the only thing that you need to care about should be the bottom line and your profit, right? Now, month two, we spent almost 5 grand. We got 7 contracts. We closed over $100,000 and our cost per contract was still under 1,200 bucks. Month three, 5 grand spent, 9 contracts. I think out of this, we already closed probably like 80 grand. And then we have some stuff pending. Um, and our average cost per lead was around $46. And then what we are seeing is out of 20 to 25 leads, we are getting a contract. So as this progressed, things keep on getting better. But you have to be obsessed with the leads because no one's going to care as much as you. So once you learn that skill, like I said, everything changes. And then this is basically what we have pending for this month, around 190 grand in total. That's already an escrow pending to close. So yeah, like my philosophy with wholesaling has changed a lot. Like I said, the only thing we care about is revenue. I'm sorry, revenue, profit, and we want to have the slim. We're gonna be slim and mean, right? We don't have this huge overhead. We don't want to have this huge sales team. What we want is people that are motivated, that come into our pipeline, that our lead managers can call, and then we can give offers to, so that we can contract. And then we gotta have good tools in our toolbox as far as like offers to be able to negotiate the contracts and get these sold so that we can get paid. Now, if you found this valuable, and if you think we're going to be a good fit, if you are someone that's already doing deals and you want to see how we can implement this into your business and, basically grow and own this lead engine, we can help you do that, right? So what do? We help you launch, build, and test your campaign that attract inbound seller leads in your market, the same leads that we're getting in our market that we're crushing, so that you don't have to call, text, rely on agencies. We also have done for you coaching where we basically do everything on your behalf. But like I said, you got to have the budget and the intention to work as hard as possible to get these deals done, because we all only want to work with winners, right? We give you all the tools and templates on, how to record ads, how to edit ads, how to get UGCs if you're not good on camera, everything. And then you basically get real support from us. Now, we don't leave you guessing. You get live help, messaging access, and support from me, who actually, I do the business, right? When you work with an agency, the agency's basically his main job is like marketing. But for me, I'm a founder and I have my main wholesale business, which we do great at. So, like I said, I'm the one that knows how to do it, and then I have great people on my team that can help you. Um, so the reason why I want to do this is because it changed my business, and like I said, I think we work way too hard to be okay getting a 3 to 4x. But if you learn this skill, like I said, it's going to make you hundreds of thousands of dollars because you can plug and play this into any business, and we already know how to sell. We already know how to sell because we have the hardest sell, which is getting people to sell us a house for 50 to 60% off, right? So if you are doing 1 or 2 deals a month or have the resources to start, I'd love to talk to you and see how we can help you. And if you want consistent seller appointments without chasing leads, this is for you. And if you are willing to invest in yourself and in ads to implement it or delegate it, this is for you. Now, if you found this valuable, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram because I'm going to be posting more videos. And with that being said, I hope you crush and I hope that we talk soon. Bye bye.